Welcome back, folks. We're at episode 47 as we approach our first year, right? Technically,
Technically, our
with
first year
this
of recording.
of recording,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it's
Well,
gone
it's been, I
because of
think,
the bonus
technically,
stuff, right?
yeah, because of the lost tapes and the bonus
Yeah,
episodes. Yeah,
which
so
kind of did it there. But yeah, folks, it's about your paycheck now. I forgot to flip my thing, but Waltz is up still. Yep. And before we get into it, what's up? How you been, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm just another day, another dollar, another. How about you?
Yes, sir. I'm good, man. I was like getting over a cold and
Same.
like, yeah, right. The weather change
Mm,
always does it.
Dealing with just a little cough and a little throat
That's
action. That's it,
exactly
man.
what I had too.
Yeah,
And
bro.
folks, we're not in the same state, so we didn't give it to each other.
I ain't over there coughing all over, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm like talking, and I'm like, man, wait a minute.
hmm
Excuse me.
Yeah, my girlfriend actually gave it to me. She's the one who
Oh,
got me
dang.
sick. Yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
Sorry. Feel better, Nay. So yeah, man. So yeah, let's get right into it.
All right.
What we got for a news update today?
Mine's gonna be short and sweet. As I'm sure a lot of you who are listening to this podcast have heard, the TikTok ban is still in full
Pending.
effect. It's
Yeah.
pending. It's pending to go in effect in January of 2025. So
No, that's
the
crazy.
platform's last hope is a Supreme Court appeal.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay. I figured there would be some. I'm like, cause I heard it today or yesterday, and I was like, whoa,
mhm,
this sounds serious. This
it
sounds
is.
like they're not playing.
Look,
And
yeah,
what's up?
man. So look, I don't know if you saw that the interview that President-elect Trump did the other
I
day,
didn't. Mm-mm.
but he was talking about the TikTok ban. But one of
Okay.
the moderator or the person who questioned him brought up TikTok and saying he was like, "Hey, TikTok helped me out a lot during my campaign." So
Oh
he
wow.
said I want to save it, but it needs to be sold to a U.S. company or something like that.
He's not having the Chinese owners.
Yeah. Mhm. So man,
Yeah.
look, it's I don't know what's gonna happen. The reason I picked this also is because speaking to the employee, some of the listeners may actually be self-employed and they get a lot of their earnings from
From TikTok.
TikTok or social media in general,
So
right?
period. Yeah.
They might be a
Yeah.
content creator or
Yep.
whatever. And
And one of their, if they're a content creator, one of their streams has got to be TikTok. I would
yes,
imagine.
you know what I'm saying? And I think they should be concerned too because
Oh
what's
heck
going to
yeah.
happen if this becomes a lengthy fight? Are they going to ban TikTok and next thing you won't be able to access it in the US? I don't know what's
So
going to happen.
what I think is if it actually goes through one or two, I think one or two. I think two things.
Yeah.
One, something's gonna save it. Something's gonna save it because it's so much money on the line.
Mhm.
Two, if it goes down, something else is gonna rise in its place.
Yeah. Elon Musk.
Pretty much. What's that?
Elon Musk.
Oh, does he have something?
I don't know. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
but that I think as content creators, because we don't make our living off of content creation, but we actually we're trying. We do get followers because
hmm
of our content creation. So
hmm
we need to be looking at what's the alternative and going there now,
Yeah.
just in case, just in case, you know.
hmm
So yeah, that's it because they this came up prior years, but I don't know if it's been as serious and as they've been talking about it this year. We'll see.
You got
Jump
me
on
thinking
the
about just in case. So what was that Jaheim?
yeah. So when you started harmonizing, I was like, that's the song started playing in my head too.
All right, man. What you got for us, bro? Get the music.
Man, speaking of music, beautiful segue. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg are about to drop a new album together,
What?
produced 100% by Dre. They got some features for sure on there, other artists, but bro, I heard Drink Champs actually debuted, I think 3 or 4 tracks
Oh wow.
on YouTube. Yeah, but it's only on YouTube because the Drink Champ audio hasn't dropped yet. It'll probably drop Friday. I think they're lining it up with the album drop
Wow.
because they play 4 tracks in the show. And but if you can watch it on YouTube already, so
Mm.
it'll be too late by the time this show drops. But I saw that today, this morning. I think it was this morning I was watching. The last night tracks are incredible,
Nice, man.
bro. incredible. And there's one track on Spotify already. I forgot what it's called, but there's one. It's Snoop Dogg. The name of the album is Missionary, and it's bro. The track is crazy. The three other tracks that they put out, crazy man.
Okay.
What was
West
dope?
Coast trying to do the thing. All right.
West Coast doing their thing. What was dope too to see is that you could see Snoop and Dre still vibe. They were still getting excited by the
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
They're still hip hop lovers. They're still fans of the art. And I don't see Dre a lot. I haven't seen Snoop. Everybody sees Snoop.
He's everywhere.
He's worldwide household name, but Dre, you don't really see that much. So it was cool to see him still. He was like dancing to his. They're both lip syncing it. What's up?
Bro, and that brings me back to our episode from last week that we posted from Mark Mears. How we
Mm,
have purpose and passion. And
I
you and Mark said they're the same thing. And
yes.
so when you were describing that, I was
That's
just hearing you and Mark
yep.
in my head, like saying, and that's what Snoop and Dre, that's their purpose, man.
I think Dre even says something to that effect. Like when you find something that you're passionate. He uses the words, bro. It's resonating in my life for sure right
Hmm.
now. Is finding that purpose,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I've been talking to Walt about it. I've been going through it. Not that I don't have purpose, but articulating it is something different, right?
Hmm.
I was surprised that if you don't, I'm not gonna say what it was at all. I don't even remember it all, but I know
Yeah.
the gist. I asked Walt. I was like, Walt, do you know your purpose?
Hmm.
Bro, Walt hit me back with a little mini paragraph, and I was like, "Oh snap! I didn't expect you to come back so quickly. You
Hmm.
knew it,
Hmm.
you know it." And we never had that conversation,
Hmm.
and it's crazy to should we going on a decade of knowing each other,
Yeah.
and we've never really had that conversation.
We're,
Yeah, because I haven't thought about it.
mm,
And folks, it's on this platform as well. The episode with Mark Mears. If you hadn't listened to it yet,
hmm,
it's absolutely worth the listen. Go read the book. If you're a reader, if
hmm,
you're a content consumer, go listen to it. He did the audio.
hmm.
He has a book. It's a great read. I'm like 10 chapters in, um, and and again I'm still. And Walt asked me right away, "Oh, well, what's yours?" And I was like, I don't
Hmm.
know, but I think it's based in teaching, right?
Okay.
Because this is what gets me excited: sharing information with
Mm,
folks, helping. If I give somebody a little nugget that helped them in something minor to major, that gives me joy. That's why I feel like it's rooted, but I don't really know. You know what I mean? I haven't articulated it absolutely when I was watching the episode with Dre on it, and they were talking, and it just emanated from them. To
yeah, bro.
see, and that's why he's so successful because he's doing something he loves.
Yes.
Yeah, go check the album. It's dope if you're a hip hop fan. And honestly, if you're a music fan, you need to check it out because I'll give, hopefully, they did a track with Sting. They did a
Mm.
track with Jelly Roll.
Oh, wow.
They did, oh, man, what was the other one that it was some others? It's not just boom bap hip hop. It's not Snoop Dogg 20 years ago. This is Snoop and Dre on some new shit,
Oh,
on
wow.
something amazing. And
All right.
they said they sent the track to Sting for clearance because they were using and how crazy it. He came back at them and said, "Yo, you want me to be on the track?"
Wow.
How crazy is that? Like amazing? Like
That is
what?
amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Tom Petty. They got another track with
Wow.
and they got it cleared from Tom Petty's family. Like yo, I'm telling you, the album is gonna be crazy. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
I got
listening
to check
to it
it out.
all weekend. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Drops Friday, December 13th. So I'll definitely be listening. This episode is going to drop next week, but
Come
it'll
on.
be right after it drops. So if you haven't heard it yet, y'all need to go listen to it.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, before we're talking about. By the way, we're talking about year end and
Yeah.
what employees and folks that us got jobs and stuff. What can we do? What do we need to do right now as the year is ending? What are the things that we need to be mindful about? You know, for our
Mhm.
finances, for our paychecks, for just tidying up house cleaning and
Yeah.
housekeeping and things like that. But before we get into it, let's pay some bills. Shout out to Time Track Go.
Yep.
If you're tired of doing messy timesheets and having to clock in complicated softwares and systems, Tell your employer about Time Track Go because it's an intuitive solution that makes managing employee hours simple and efficient. But don't take our word for it. Customers have given Time Track Go a 4.7 out of 5 on Capterra, and they've been awarded badges for best ease of use and best customer support, right? So ease of use is good for you, for us as employees,
Hmm.
and the customer support is good for the employer. Go ahead and send this to your employer, send this to your HR, send it to your payroll. And here's something that um here's some of the things that the customers are saying. Great value, right? Good for your employer. Best clock in app on the market, good for us, right? Great time clock for the modern office, good for us and your employer. Intuitive and efficient, good for us. Simple to use, good for us. Priced right, good for your employer. And the customer support is awesome. And that's good for both of us because if we have issues, one, we could reach out to them or we can reach out to our team and they're going to be able to get supported and get the issues fixed quick.
Man, that sounds like you want to have a lifelong relationship with somebody like an organization like Time Track Go,
Yep.
based on all these things.
Yep.
It's great value, all the things you talk about, price right, simple to
Yep.
use, great customer support. Come on,
What more
man.
could you ask for? Yeah.
Yeah. So to learn more about a simply better solution for time tracking, real time reporting, PTO automation, payroll integrations, and more, go visit.
Hi, this is Stacey Harris.
And this is Terry Zipper, and we're the host of the two podcasts under the HR Huddle.
On Spilling the Tea on HR Tech, we uncover the latest trends, truths, and challenges from Sapient Insight Group's groundbreaking research and our analyst insights, serving up everything you need to know about HR tech with no sugarcoating.
And on HR, we have a problem. We tackle the toughest workplace challenges head on, offering you expert advice and actionable solutions to help HR leaders thrive in today's fast changing world. Whether you want the scoop on tech or tools to solve people problems, we've got you covered.
Take a listen and subscribe. If you want to become part of our community, we'd love to see you.
www.timetrackgo.com. That's TIMETRAK go.com and start your 14-day free trial today. Let's go.
Let's go. Send that info to your employer and tell your employer that they always do webinars to show folks how it works.
Yep.
So if you're tired of using paper and not getting paid right because your time is not right, put them on.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into the main topic. And again, we're just gonna. What do you do at the year end now as an employee? Like, how do I get? What do I do for house cleaning, housekeeping, as they call it?
Yep.
Walt's gonna start us off, and
Yep. I
we'll
got I got
go back and
about 8, 9 things for you, and Brian is going to finish us out with the rest. All right.
yeah.
So here's some unique and practical tips for employees to consider as we approach the end of 2024. Right. So update your personal information. You want to, if you, especially if you have a employee self-service model at
Yes.
your
It's a
job,
good call out.
even if you don't,
Even if you don't. Yep.
still want to ensure that your address, your name, your marital status are current and up to
Yep.
date in your employer's system. This will ensure, especially if you have a paper W 2, and if you elected to or opted into receiving a paper W 2, that it gets sent to the right place. And also any other important documents, like what's that 1095C?
1090. No, 1095. Or
1090,
10. Yeah. Or it could be 1095 C2 as well. Yeah.
yeah.
Good call out.
Hmm.
Or I'm thinking 1099. That's what.
Yeah.
But it could be 1099 as well.
Hmm. Those different things can come in. You get lucky, you got something to say.
Yeah. Because I'm like, you made me think of something like if you don't have employee self-service, how do you even know what they have?
Hmm.
Your pay stub.
Yep.
Okay. Look at your pay stub. The
Hmm.
information that is on your pay stub is going to translate to your W2. They're going to use that same data to go to your W2. So you may get your pay stub may be digital. If it's not digital and they just hand it to you, it's not mailed, and they're like, oh, whatever. I always get my pay stub is direct deposit. I don't need to worry. No, you do need to worry because if your pay stub isn't accurate with your information, that's going to drive your W 2. And if it's getting snail mail to you, it's going to go to the wrong address.
Yep. Number two, you want to maximize those tax advantage accounts.
Yes.
So use any remaining balances in those flexible spending accounts, those
Mm-hmm.
FSAs, HSAs, since many of those have a use it or lose it policy.
Yep.
So also consider maximizing contributions to retirement accounts like 401ks for additional tax savings if you can.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, if you can. If you're diligent about your 401k, you want to max out how much, like, there, because there are limits as to how much you can contribute. I've seen folks, again, if you can afford it, if you're already taking advantage of your 401k
Mm,
and you can afford it, I've seen a lot of folks, like, come year end, they
mm,
change their election and they max out, they do as much as they try to put their whole check in there. And understand, for the FSA, understand your deadline. Don't
mm,
panic because you just ask them what the deadline, because some crazy reason FSA, they'll allow you to go a little bit into the new year for prior year balances.
mm.
So, but not, it's not a guarantee. So reach out to, if you have FSA, reach out to your benefit person.
Yep.
Go find out from whoever. Your FSA card should have a number that you can
Hmm.
call and things like that. Find out when the deadline is. And then sometimes they get, oh no, the deadline is 12/31, but you can submit receipts until this day past. So again, just understand what that means and is for your company. Do not talk to your friend across the world and be like, "Oh, how does your company? Oh, that must be the same
Yeah.
thing." No,
We don't get rate or anything like that. We don't live in the same place, but
you don't even work at the same job. Come on, man. And not to call it out, but it's not the same. Not to make anybody feel bad. What we want to point out is that it's not the same from company to company. Please.
everybody's situation, and even if you are working
Different.
for the same company,
Don't
everybody's
listen to them.
situation is not the same.
I tell my kids, they're like, "Oh, Dad, this one said blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Who said it? Your fifth grade classmate said that? Yeah, don't listen to them.
Yep.
Find out. Let's find out for ourselves.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. Agreed. Number three, review your year to date pay stub. Now,
Yep.
look, you should review your pay stub at all times, but for year end, you want to
Yes.
review it, right? To verify that your
Yes.
earnings are correct, those tax
Yes.
withholdings, benefit contributions are accurate. Particularly, this is important because if you experience any life changes, like a promotion, a job transition, or dependent status update, you want to make sure that you're checking all these different things. Brian and I have so many stories about
Oh my God.
employees that call about the W-2 and they because they weren't looking at their stub throughout the year and they didn't check it at the end of the year.
Yep.
But look, even at the end of the year, it's too late, right?
Yep. Yep.
Because
Depending on
look,
what it is. Yep.
look, if I haven't had any taxes withheld from my check all year because I checked the box exempt
Mm.
or I put 99 dependents or however many dependents, a bunch of dependents,
Right.
you
A
know,
million dollars in
yeah, I
dependence.
don't have any federal taxes come out and then this big tax bill
Yep.
that I owe the government and I'm caught off guard because I wasn't reviewing my stuff.
I got Walt is right. What he's talking about is we had an employee one year that went all year getting a deduction for the wrong state. Dude
Yep.
didn't even live in that state,
Yep.
and then they didn't notice until the W-2 came. It was like, I don't live there, but yeah, but you just paid $1,000 to the wrong state for the whole
Mm-hmm,
year.
mm-hmm. I
Clearly,
remember
you
that.
have not looked at your pay stub
Yep.
because
He blamed us. How come you didn't set it up right? What?
that may be fair for half of. Okay, I'll take some of the blame, but look,
Mm-hmm,
I told employees all the time, the onus is on you. That's your personal information.
mm-hmm.
Even if we have some fault in it, we now share the fault.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Another good example is if you do have, or just something I thought about, I don't know if there's a good example here, but if you do have employee self-service,
Mm-hmm.
okay, here's year end, get your W-2. Also, make sure you have all your pay stubs saved down to your personal,
Yep.
because if you're going to go buy a house or if you're going to go do something big financially and you need your last 3 stubs or you need your last 4 stubs and you need access, don't make it a panic thing where you're going to buy a house and you're going through the process and now all of a sudden you don't have access to your W-2, you don't have access to your pay stubs, and you don't know how because you never set it up. because, oh, I don't care. I just see the right direct deposit in my bank
Yep.
account. Who
Yep.
cares? Guess what? That's not on your company now to be frantic and panic with you. They're going to say,
Hmm.
hey, here's the process. Go through it.
Yep.
You're going to be mad and annoyed because now you got to log in and verify and two-factor authentication. And oh my gosh, my address is wrong, so I can't verify my
Yep.
address. Oh my gosh, my social is wrong, so I'm trying to verify and it doesn't validate.
Yep.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. You have y'all we all have some part in
Hmm.
this. So this is the time to clean house and do the housekeeping and making sure your digital info is right if you have employee self-service.
Yep.
If not, review your stub, make sure it's good.
Yep. Number four, check for unclaimed benefits. So in this example, we're talking about if you want to review your unused PTO time that is eligible to be carried over or paid out at the end of the year. You want to explore that. Additionally, explore any tuition reimbursements or wellness
Mhm.
funds that may expire at the end of the year. You may
Mhm.
work for a company and you may not even know that there's
Yep.
wellness funds available
Yep.
to you that expire at the end of the year, right?
Yep.
So look into those things. You know what I'm saying? And so you really want to understand because especially if you have a policy that's use it or lose it for your PTO,
Yes.
you might want to take
Yes.
some PTO.
Dates, because it
Hmm.
may not be calendar year. We've been with companies
Facts.
that it's fiscal year,
Yep.
and you may not have anything to panic now, but you
So
do want to pay attention.
could really quick, could you give like a short example of the difference between calendar and fiscal for the people?
Absolutely. Calendar year is calendar year, right? New Year's, December 31st, boom, calendar year. Fiscal year, literally, your company dictates when their fiscal year is. Their fiscal year could be June to July. And that's when they have all of the finances rolling, and that's when your PTO rolls sometime in July. And you're like, why? That's our fiscal year. You don't, who knows? You ask accounting why it's that way. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But we've been with plenty of companies that the fiscal year is not calendar year, and our things are rolling in different times. Or if your PTO rolls on your anniversary date,
Yes.
which is wow, I don't even remember. I've been here 25 years. When did I start with the company? Oh my gosh. Yeah. At that point you should know. But if you just started and you didn't realize it's anniversary and you think it's calendar or vice versa, whatever, so could be calendar, fiscal, or anniversary.
Mhm.
Understand what that is,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Another one, I'm sorry, that just made me think about it. Again, I get worked up with these things. Your W-2, verify that you're making the money that you're supposed to be making,
Yep.
right? But keep in mind that if you are on, if you have benefits, if you're taking advantage of pre-tax benefits,
Or
your
401k,
401
some 401k is
so for
pre-tax.
on the federal, but
Yeah.
only on the federal, not
Hmm.
on Social Security and Medicare.
Hmm.
So understand our point is that you can make $200,000 a year, or that's whatever it is. I'm just throwing numbers out. I'm just throwing round numbers out. But you pay $50,000 in benefits. Your box one is going to say 150.
Hey, this is William Tincup. Listen, we did a series for iSolved called Heroes of HR, where we talk to HR practitioners, and these are just your run-of-the-mill, everyday, slogging it out, 300 employees in Cedar Rapids HR pros. Mostly, it's centered around iSolved and what they do with iSolved, but also they talk a lot about kind of the day-to-day rigor of HR. If you're curious about that, search for Heroes of HR wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you.
So you're going to get your W-2 box one, and you're going to be like, 150? Where's my $50,000?
Hmm.
You're going to call payroll and say, you didn't pay me right.
Hmm.
Every year, I promise you, every single year, I get this question. January, February, the W-2s come out, I get at least one call. You didn't pay me right. Why? Oh my gosh, why not? I make 50,000. My box says 40,000. Okay, I already know what it is. As soon as I hear those claims, I go right to their benefit amounts. I go right to their deductions and look at them. Yes, you have medical benefit. You have, and we all know how expensive medical benefits are,
Yeah.
but the or can be. But the benefit to that is that is literally the point. It reduces your taxable wages, so you pay less taxes on what you make. You still made 50 or 50, yeah, you still made 50,000,
Still
but
gross.
because you thank you, sir. You grossed 50, and some of the W2s have that on the side where it says gross and then minus your medical, the dental, vision, K, and there's like a few other ones. If you
Yeah.
want to get technical, it's called cafeteria 125
Cafeteria
plan.
plan
You
125.
can look it up on the IRS and
Hmm.
understand if you want to nerd out, that's what it is. It's cafeteria 125 pre-tax benefits that impact your W2 as it should.
Yes, sir. Number five, leverage end of year professional development. So if your employer offers professional development reimbursements or courses, now is a great time for you to use those funds
Heck yeah.
and or resources for certifications or skills building
Yep.
or training, right? Number
Word.
six, go paperless. You might want to consider going paperless, especially
Yes.
for the W 2. Sometimes you might have it accessible, you might have access to it earlier than the one in the mail because sometimes they might be available in the system
Free game. That's
before
right.
the
The January
31st.
31st
You know what I'm
deadline.
saying?
That's right.
So opting in is a great option for those paperless things that you can get.
I, I urge it, man, folks. Please don't go digital if you don't want to, and you can go pick it up without them mailing it. They just again, you're putting your all the PI, everything
Mhm.
that a hacker, a thief, a scam artist needs to steal your identity is on a W2.
Yeah, everything.
You don't want that floating
Literally,
around.
your
Literally
address, your
everything,
social.
everything.
Yep.
You don't want that floating around in mail because I believe me, they're going to look for it right now. These folks who do that are going to start looking in mailboxes come
Yeah.
January, February. They're looking in your mailbox for it. So
And look,
I urge you.
some of us might be forgetful, and we will get our check our mail and put it down somewhere, and put something else on top of that the next day, and then put something else on top of it the next day, and then we got to throw this trash out. Next thing you
Ooh,
know, my check, my W
yep,
2 is in the
yep,
trash.
yep,
Be seen no more, and now you're like, I don't know where I put that darn thing
yep.
up.
Now you got to need it in the copy, and then
Yep.
yeah.
Hmm.
We see it every year, folks. We see it every year.
Number seven, audit your benefits for 2025. So a lot of us have open enrollment at the end of the
Mm.
year, right?
Calendar year.
And it
Yep.
starts over, right? Like to Brian's point, your company could do something different based on a fiscal year, but typically I've seen it on a calendar year when it comes
Hmm.
to benefits. Review those changes to your health insurance, the retirement plans, any of those other benefits that you want to elect to ensure that they align with your financial and health needs for the upcoming year. And
Yes.
what you have a note here, Brian?
Yes, because it made me think about on the HR side, because Walt and I, because in payroll, you're either way, you have a lot to do with HR.
Mm,
So we always get. I've always seen folks come January, February, or really January. Oh, the deductions hit. That first couple checks hit in the new year, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I don't want these benefits." They don't anticipate how much it's gonna impact their net amount. They
mhm.
want it in theory. Like when they do an open enrollment, they get excited. Oh, I'm getting this. I'm getting that. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
healthy. I'm doing this. Blah blah. Blah. Then it hits your check, and it's I can't afford all of this.
or it's the flip side,
Oh
right?
yes,
And
that
I
you
and I
forgot
and I
you
waive
wanted it.
something, or I waive something
Yes,
by
yes. You waived it, or your company has a passive open enrollment where you don't
boom.
have to do anything and it just
Mhm,
rolls over, but you didn't want to. This is the time before
mhm.
January, ideally, to not stress your HR department out, to check your open enrollment, see what you did.
Yes, and
See, hey, can you send me what I picked, what I elected, what happened, what's going to happen?
also if you had a life change
Life
event,
event. Yep.
married, you,
Oh, yeah. You only have a certain amount to report that.
yeah, you own time. So like
Yep.
if that happened around the end of the year and you want to add your dependent, and to
That's
Brian's
right.
point, you have a passive enrollment
Yep.
and you forget like I need to add my newborn to my benefits. So
I forgot I had a kid and got married. Oh my gosh, those are taxable. Those are things that impact. I have to
it
tell,
happens.
yeah, to the best of us.
Yeah, man.
So that's the point of this. This is a great time to really think about. Like, wait a minute, what did I do with benefits? Do I
Oh,
want benefits?
yep. Number eight, plan for tax time. So if you worked multiple jobs or you had some freelance income,
Mm,
gig work income,
yep.
whatever it is,
1099 and a W two.
make
Yep.
sure all your income is accounted for Consider consulting a tax professional to adjust
Yep.
your withholdings for 2025 if you had a large refund or if you owe taxes this year.
Yep.
Some people want to be right in the middle. They don't want too big of a refund and they don't
Yeah.
want to owe
Yeah.
at the
No,
end.
and that's the sweet spot,
Yeah.
ideally, right? Because yeah, and we've talked about it on other shows as well. Some folks are in the mind of I don't want the government with my money,
Hmm.
or because folks, when we file our taxes, we're reconciling with the government. We're really going through a math process to say, okay, government, how much money have I given you all year?
Yep.
How much should I have given you?
Hmm.
And where do we stand? Do I owe you money or do you
Hmm.
owe me money?
Oh,
Getting taxes is not a gift.
no, it's not. And look, you may be a 9 to 5er, but also still be a business owner like
That's right. Like,
us.
yeah, like
So
us.
you
Yep.
may have to file two separate. You may have to
Yep.
file your personal ones by
Yep.
yourself and do
And your
a
business.
filing for your business, right?
Yep.
Depending on your setup.
No, and that's a good point. When I want what I wanted to say, but that's great. The more complicated it is for your situation, I please urge you try to find a trustworthy, good recommended CPA that you can work with to help you file,
Somebody
because
who's a certified CPA.
certified, reputable,
Yeah.
do the research, get somebody. You're gonna pay a mint. You're gonna
Yeah.
pay a lot of money, but it's worth it because they're gonna save you money or get you back a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell you firsthand.
Hmm.
Okay, you working with a good CPA saves you money. You may have to pay them a good amount, but it's gonna save you money. Try to find, and it is, but it's tough finding a good one and whatnot. I got somebody good. If we use somebody that's real good from the business front,
Hmm.
if you want to reach out, I'm happy to recommend them.
Yep.
But it's important because you don't want to end up, you don't want to leave any money on the table. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So yeah,
It's up to you.
yeah,
Number 9, and before I pass the baton here, is address compliance issues. If you notice discrepancies or concerns with your pay, benefits, or working conditions, use
yes.
year end as an opportunity to document and report these issues for a resolution. But Brian has a note here too.
Before January to again to allow your payroll and HR team time to fix it. Give them heads up. There is time. They're like, don't let
Hmm.
them, is if you tell them before January, they can definitely have time to fix it. They may not be happy about it. They of course they would have wanted to know earlier in the year,
Hmm.
but before January is a good time frame for them to know so that they can fix it. What's up?
Look, if you're an employee that has a work visa and you might qualify to
Oh,
be
that's a good one.
exempt for
Yes.
certain taxes,
Very good call out.
you just like, oh, you find out, look, you may have the type of job where you're always busy and you just don't have time. I understand.
Hmm.
You find out at the end of the year when it's
Hmm.
on tax season coming up upon you, and the next thing you know is like, oh man, I paid
It's a great
FICA and
call
I
out.
wasn't supposed to, or I paid this tax and I wasn't supposed to.
And that's hard to get back. FICA is hard. Your Social Security and Medicare is hard to get refunds from, and that is one of the exceptions, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. If you're not supposed to because you're not going to retire here in the
Hmm.
U.S., why pay it? And if your visa allows you to be exempt, then be exempt.
Yep.
Now, again, now if you are, the opposite is also true. If you do plan on retiring in the U.S., then
Hmm.
you probably do want to contribute to Social Security and Medicare, and you're all good.
So look,
But
before I
yeah,
pass it on, just understand that these tips that we're giving you are to help you finish the year strong, but it's really also to set you up for a smoother start to
yes,
2025. So just
yeah.
keep that in mind. So go ahead, Brian.
No, perfect segue because it's a good time also to review your debt, review your credit, look at your credit report. Are there any errors in your credit report? There's all these apps and Credit Karma and Rocket this and Intuit that, like all these apps that'll help you get a view of your financial picture, right?
Yep.
And it's for free. Most of them, a lot of them or there are opportunities to get it for free, so
Mhm.
you can check for errors, check for fraudulent activity, dispute any inaccuracies, pay down debt, make a plan to pay off and reduce your high interest debt, focusing on credit cards and loans. What's up, Walt?
And look, do your research here, especially with this number
Yes.
10 about paying down your debt, because most people just want, or most collectors just want some of the money. They might not
Yeah.
even charge you all the money if you
Yeah.
willing to work with them saying, hey,
That's right.
look, I can't afford all this.
Yep. Put
I
me
can
on a
afford
plan. What
this,
can we
put me on
do?
a plan,
Yep.
and it's like,
Yep.
hey, if you pay, you may originally owe us 1,800, but if you pay $900,
Right now. Yep.
you're good, and then
Yep.
we'll take that negative mark off your credit in a little
Yes.
while, right? And
And
also, you
yep.
can write a letter. There's information out there where you can get instructions on what to write and what to say to the credit bureaus and stuff like that to increase
And
your
now
credit
there's no
score.
excuse.
Yep.
Take advantage of ChatGPT. They could. It probably has a. I'm curious now.
Hey, this is William Tincup, and you should know about the You Should Know podcast. It's a topical, fun podcast with Ryan, myself, and a guest, or guests plural sometimes, and we tackle the most timely topics of the day. Give it a look, give it a listen, and subscribe. Thanks.
It probably has something to help you write the letters, because that was always my pain. Like writing letters, I don't know what to say. ChatGPT. You know what I mean? There's a free
Mhm.
version. You can get a decent letter written, send it out, do all the things, and then start your budgeting for the new year, right? If you want to get your money right, what better way there is no better way than to start fresh in the new year,
Mhm.
right? Everything resets. You get a good, all right, you get a good plan going and set some financial goals for the new year. I'm not saying it's a New Year's resolution, but look, I'm just again searching to I'm working toward articulating my purpose,
Yep.
seeing my vision,
Yep.
right? But I cannot forget that I was not here 10 years ago,
Yep.
right? I was not in this place where I'm at, where I'm like, wow, this is an amazing place that I'm at right now. You got
Look,
a perspective.
yeah, it's all perspective, man. Well said, bro.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
let's finish it out with this question.
Oh, man, I forgot about the question.
Are employees or employers more responsible for keeping positive work environments? Who's it on more, man? Is it the company, or do we, the employees, have to, make sure
It's
we
a
stay motivated and locked in?
I think it's a catch 22 because I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay,
What do you think?
man. Honestly, I put this one on the employer.
Really?
I put this one on the employer, right? If I'm not creating an environment that's conducive for my employees to succeed and be happy, look, stressful times are going to come.
Oh,
But how do I support my employees? Do I lie to them? Do I tell them one thing and do another? Do I make them feel that this is a safe space?
you
How do I
do.
how do I expect them to be positive if
Yeah.
I'm always doing the other thing?
You just made me think of, and I was gonna share it in one of our recordings today, but I was like, nah. Did you hear about that company in India that went viral because they put out a survey about how stressed are their employees? What?
I didn't.
Bro, a company in is an India startup.
Mhm,
Take it for what it is, right? Culture may be different, maybe normal in India, I don't know.
mhm.
But this company put out a survey on how stressed their employees are. Don't you know they followed up with effective immediately, those of you who are the most stressed are fired.
What?
Yep. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't come across it. I can't believe it. Look
Oh
it up.
my god! I
Look,
just did.
Indian. You found it, right?
It's a beauty startup.
What was it called?
Yes, madam.
Yep, that's it.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. Now, I can oh, by the way, ChatGPT does have tools to help you repair your credit with
Good.
the
There you
letters.
go.
Yep. Just want to check that for folks. Like
Wow.
I get from a because I can think as a crude business person, no heart, no soul, right?
Hmm.
Just
Hmm.
straight business. As a saying that I learned, business ethics is an oxymoron. Business ethics is an oxymoron. Okay. I can think that way, but and I get what I think that I get what they're saying, but that is not the way that you treat your employees. That's not the first step you should have done, right? They should have, hey, how can we help you not de-stress or not
Yeah.
stress? They went viral because of this, man. Oh, Russ
Russell
Webb put
Webb.
it on. Yeah, Russell Webb put
Wow.
it on. Is the one that posted it. That's the first place I saw it on LinkedIn. Yep.
That's wild, bro.
And even in his comments, people were like, "Yo, are you for real? Is this for real?" And Russell was like, "Yes, I'm looking it up right now. It looks real."
Wow.
Yep, because they were stressed out. Yep. So
That's
people are
wild.
crazy, man. And it's crazy because that's just gonna breed distrust and stuff like that with your company. People now, employees all over are gonna be like, I'm not taking those surveys. People were already distrusting of surveys,
Oh,
anonymous surveys. No, it's not
yeah. Like,
anonymous,
how
right?
how did see, man? That's wild, bro.
Yep. We could talk
Uh,
about it more on other shows too, but
yeah, we definitely
yeah, folks. Sorry, we went a little over. Hopefully, got all good stuff for you today. And
show
listen,
year end stuff, people.
check your year end. Go over it.
Yep.
Yep. We love you.
Peace.
Peace.